Hey guys, Rolliat or Taylor here, and today I'm back with another Division 2 video. Now of course it's Wednesday, so that means it's State of the Game recap time, and there was a lot of news in this State of the Game. So yeah, if you do enjoy these videos, please let me know by either leaving a like, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below. But let's get straight into it. First up, Tidal Basin World Tier 5. We finally have a release date, and that's going to be next week, Friday the 5th of April. But before I get into the patch notes for that update, let's start with a maintenance tomorrow. So yeah, usual time, maintenance tomorrow at 9:30 Central European time, and it's going to last for about 3 hours. This is going to include performance fixes and a fix for the frame rate dropping issues. There'll also be remaining fixes for the skills on cooldown problem that we've been experiencing since launch. There are some issues with the scaling, and they're going to do a final pass on that tomorrow, so hopefully that's fixed, and when we do play with lower level friends, hopefully it should be a better experience. Now my one gripe with the Division 2, especially when you're in a clan, was the fact that our names were yellow, and sometimes it did look like our friends were named enemies. They've now changed the colour for clan group members, so it's going to be a lot less confusing. There was an issue with Imperial caches, and sometimes when you open them it would show like a grey backpack. This was just a placeholder, but it has been fixed. Now marking as junk when playing with a controller, because how it worked I believe was marking as junk was the same button as doing something else, so you would end up deleting your gear instead of moving it. I think. I personally haven't played on controller, so I'm not sure how this issue worked, but yeah, if you know what I'm on about, then it's been fixed. VoIP is now set to push to talk as default, so you're not going to be able to tell everyone in the dark zone what you've just had for your dinner by accident. You'll have to toggle that in the settings. So yeah, that's just about everything that's included in the maintenance tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be a few more finer things that just weren't read out on State of the Game. Now let's talk about what's going to be included in the Tidal Basin and World Tier 5 update. Like I said, it's dropping next Friday, April the 5th, and it's going to include the following. Obviously the Tidal Basin Stronghold mission, but it's also going to include a mission that will sort of explain why you haven't been able to do it sooner. And of course it'll include World Tier 5, so once you do complete Tidal Basin, you'll be entered into World Tier 5, which will increase the gear score from 450 to 500. It's also going to include 3 new gear sets. Now we already know of one, and that's a true Patriot gear set, but there's going to be 2 more, so 3 in total, and they'll drop from Black Tusks, the Strongholds, and Invaded missions. Now invaded missions will make a return, and most of the missions now you'll be able to toggle an invaded option on for them, and as well as that, a lot of the main missions that haven't already been invaded will become invaded. So yeah, for example, Lincoln Memorial could be pretty tough on invaded. There'll also be invaded missions on a weekly reset that'll of course include weekly rewards. Now both invaded and normal missions will be introduced to a new difficulty, and that being heroic. Now this is going to be a real challenge. You're going to need the best of the best gear and a well coordinated team to even think about attempting this difficulty. Within the update next week, there'll also be the first balance pass, so we might see some changes to your current favourite weapons. Now next week there isn't going to be any changes to PvP, but both Redstorm and Massive are keeping an eye on this and will be taking a look at it within future updates. Speaking of future updates, we had an infographic detailing everything we can expect this year. Obviously we've got Invasion, which is the Tidal Basin and World Tier 5 update next week on Friday. Then Summer 2019, we've got Episode 1, which is a DC Outskirts expansion. Autumn 2019, we got Episode 2, which is Pentagon, the Last Castle. And then Winter 2019, we'll get Episode 3. Now of course there's going to be a lot of content in between that, things like gear, projects, narratives, raids and cosmetics, as well as conflict mode updates, bounty events, challenges and new weapons, and of course on top of that 3 new specializations. So yeah, a whole lot to look forward to, and it all starts on April the 5th. So yeah, there you have it guys, this week's State of the Game recap done. Like I said, a lot of cool and exciting news. As always, if you did enjoy this video, let me know by either leaving a like or by leaving a comment. And if you are new around here, please make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all of the things the Division 2. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.